Hey guys, Major Arlene here. I wanted to share my thoughts on something. Now, normally this is not something that I would post at all, much less on this channel, but I felt like it needed to be addressed, and I wish I would have been able to address it sooner, but I've not been able to record anything all week. This is the first day I've been able to record something. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a Markiplier fan. I do watch his videos a lot, and so he works with a group called Syndigo, and Syndigo does comedy sketches, and it's a group of 3 guys. And I found out that one of them had committed suicide. There was an attempt on the 16th, and he was taken off life support on the 18th with he had very severe, irreparable brain damage. And I will not speculate on how it happened or why it happened. But the main point of what I wanted to do today was just talk to y'all, because suicide is something that, and I don't want to say this in a way that creates guilt for anybody who has had suicidal thoughts. There's a thing called survivor's guilt, and if you've never experienced it, it's literally the worst thing to happen to you. And the night I found out, which I think was that Saturday, it would have been the 19th. I'm going to be posting some links in the description for you guys. The night I found out, it was tough, but I didn't realize who Daniel really was until I started looking through. And then, I was crying a little bit, and then all of a sudden I hear this, or I see this post about him being born in July of 1994. And if y'all don't know, I'm 20, so I was born June 27th, 1995. This guy wasn't even a year older than I was, and with so much time left, and this happens, I just could not fathom being in a place so low in my life so early, when there's so much of my life left to live. Oh my gosh, I'm rambling. It's already been 3 minutes. I don't know. I've never really dealt with a ton of depression. I've dealt with stuff in my life that has not been good, but I've always been able to get out of it fairly quickly. I don't live with chronic depression, so I don't really know what it's like to have to deal with that kind of thing. But I guess mainly the point of this message is that if you are dealing with something and you need help, please do not hesitate to ask for it. There are numerous suicide hotlines, and there are people out there that love you. I couldn't imagine one of y'all, if y'all had committed suicide. I could not imagine the pain and the guilt that I would feel. Because I felt it with Daniel. I stayed up almost the entire night just crying because I didn't know what to do. I was seeing all these posts from Markiplier and the Syndigo guys, and it's very emotionally it's a total shock to your system. Like, this person's no longer in your world, so what do you do? I wasn't quite sure how bad this would have affected me, but apparently it's affected me bad because I felt the need to post something about this over a week later. I'm currently looking on Twitter right now. Markiplier has been posting updates on his whereabouts, because the thing was, on Wednesday the 16th, he had posted a thing on Facebook saying that he wouldn't be uploading for a while. And that made me worried, because I thought, well, what is it that's going on? Is he going through some period of depression? Because he does deal with depression. So I was kind of trying to make sure that he wasn't going to do anything, So, but he posted an update recently, and I'm trying to pull it up. Sorry, my computer is being a dick. But point being, Syndigo said that they would not be posting any more skits, which it's sad, because they had just gotten to LA basically a few months ago, and now look where they are. They just lost somebody that's so important to them and so important to the channel, and not in a way that it wasn't any. It was so unexpected. And I mean, I see all of this outpouring from other YouTubers who had known him or had worked with him, and so he's saying, Markiplier has said that apparently they're going to be, Ryan and Matt, which are the other two guys from Syndigo, they will be trying to live together in LA, work together, which would be wonderful, because I can completely respect the Syndigo's guys' decision to not do their work anymore, because they have lost somebody that was so important. And when you are dealing with something like this, like, every little thing that you see or do sometimes will just remind you of the person and just send you right back into just complete grief and mourning, and it's never something that you can really get over. I'm not going to take the time to tell you all about some of my personal losses this year, because that's not important. I do know what it's like, though, to deal with reminders all the time of a person that you have loved for so long, and then they pass away, and you're kind of left trying to figure out what to do. And it doesn't matter if they're 20 years old or 90 years old. It's still going to hurt just the same. I'm not trying to diminish what they're going through. But the important thing to get out of this is that understand that you have people who love you. There are people here to help you if you are dealing with this. Please get help. I can't completely understand what it's like to deal with depression, because none of my family has really ever had to deal with it, and I've never really had to deal with it. But I mean, it's a very serious issue that still continues on today, and don't let anybody tell you that your depression, anxiety, whatever. Mental illness has been highly stigmatized here in the United States, because a lot of mental health issues have led to acts of extreme violence, but they don't really address the things that affects individuals. They just generally just, once it starts affecting other people, like you have more recently you have the shooting over at the church. I can't remember which church it was. I remember it was a shooting. It was Dylan Roof. I think it was in Charleston, I want to say, where he shot up all that, and he shot up the church and killed people. And it's only until something super duper tragic happens that we start saying, oh, well, mental health should be less stigmatized and we need to do something about it. And it doesn't work like that. You have to I highly encourage you, if you're dealing with something, to seek professional help, because these people will help you. They're not here to take your money or BS you into some medication. If it comes to needing medication, I am somebody who's very anti-medication unless it's very important. And if you need a medication to help you feel like a normal human being, because you're dealing with depression or anxiety or what have you, if you need medication, I strongly suggest you go to a therapist and talk to somebody, because that's your first road to recovery right there. And therapists usually are very discreet and very private, and you don't have to tell, if you're young, you don't have to tell your parents about all this stuff. I think back to when I was a teenager, and my dad was an alcoholic, and he was very verbally abusive to me and my mom, and I was dealing with a little bit of depression, but I was so stubborn I wouldn't go to a therapist. And I did deal with some depression. It wasn't for very long, and I got myself out of it, but the point being, I think if I had gone to see a therapist, it wouldn't have gotten to the point that it had been. But anyway, I very highly suggest that if you are dealing with something and you need somebody, I am here. I get messages all the time from my subscribers and other people who I've met and talked to over the years through YouTube and other channels of social media. I don't want to see any of my subscribers go through such a horrible depression that they feel the need to commit suicide. I couldn't live with myself if one of my subscribers had killed themselves and I hadn't known about it, It's, of course, impossible to really know for sure about every single one of my subscribers, about their welfare and how they're doing, but I do care about you guys, so just remember that. I'm probably going to post this on both my channels because, of course, the main channel obviously has more subscribers right now, but yeah, I will post a link to the suicide hotline for the US, and I'll probably be looking at my statistics and seeing what other countries I can post them for. So I am sending out condolences to the friends and family of Daniel Kyre, because, I feel so bad for you guys, I really do, and I just wish you find some help and some healing in time. I know it's something that's not going to go away very quickly. Grief is something that has a cycle. But I do have hope for you guys that y'all will make something great out of yourselves. And even though Daniel is gone, I'm sure he would want y'all to be successful, and he wants you to be happy. So, because Daniel was somebody who was more than just a comedian. He was somebody who was very talented, a great friend, a great musician. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to think of something to say, and my mind's just gone blank, so, I'm still not quite over it yet, I don't think. I'm somebody who has very high survivor's guilt when things like this happens. I hope Daniel is in a better place. I really hope so, because even though I wasn't I'm not a huge Synagogue person. I wasn't somebody who watched all their videos. But I knew enough about them and about what they did to know that. I mean, it still breaks my heart. I mean, I just don't, you know. Sorry, I rambled for a lot longer than I meant to, but I had to get it off my chest. It's been building up for over a week now, so I just wanted to post something for you guys, because, you know, for those of you who do know me, I'm a Markiplier fan, and that also means that I've seen a lot of Syndigo. But I wanted to address to you guys as well that I do care about you, and I hope that everybody is okay and doing well. I wish success upon everyone. So, if you're here and you're watching this all the way until the end and you're listening to me ramble, then I appreciate it. So, I will see you guys next video. Until next time, this is Major Arlene. Over and out.